Okay, hello everyone. Um, so today we're gonna be trying some Maverick. As people might know, this is a kind of deck that I enjoy quite a bit, but that I have not been able to find like any lists that I have truly fell in love with. So I am going to try this today. This is a list that somebody 5-0'd with. I don't even know who, but I think I made one change. I can't remember what it was, but I really liked Thalia Heretic Cathar the last time I played this deck. So I wanted to have it as a one-off and see how it plays out. So the deck is pretty straightforward. It's kind of like a weenie deck with a bunch of like value, tough to deal with threats, a little bit of ramp with Noble Hierarch and Dry Diver, of course. Crimson Zenith also counts as ramp. And yeah, then you have like your 4 knights. Knights, of course, can go get canopies, Cradle, which can do a lot of equipment shenanigans, which is nice. Caracas, Wastelands, of course. And did I mention canopies? Because those are also there. And you're a Thalia deck, so this is kind of like the way to kind of fight, control, and stuff like that. Of course, you have Teague, so you have your game 1 win. If I resolve it, card against Storm, and it can be annoying also against Miracles and stuff. And then you play like a bunch of equipment over here. The sideboard, I am not sure at all about it. I just basically copied this list from this person which 5-0'd in Magic Online, but they have like a full 4 Canonist, which seemed like a little bit of overkill, but I guess that the Elves matchup is absolutely miserable, and this is like the way to kind of try to not die to them. So I think that's maybe the reason why it's running for Canonist more so than Storm. And then we have like a couple of walkers. I love me some Nissa. Nissa is so good, so I will never mind running some Nissas in my decks. And the rest is pretty straightforward. Chokes for blue decks, especially Grixis control. It has a really tough time to beating this card. Libraries, Python Needle for like whatever stuff. Also today I'm trying out the Stream Decker extension, but I have no idea whether it's working or not, and I have no idea of how to check whether it's working or not. I think that I installed it and that I uploaded the deck, so you should be able to watch the current deck over there. But I have no idea how to actually check for this. Okay, hopefully, well, we have more viewers. You guys can let me know if whether the extension is working properly or not. Okay. Firing up some Legacy. If the league goes by really fast, I might be able to stream a second one, but if it doesn't, it will only be just one league from me today. Maybe we play against Storm 5 times in a row and we're done quick. Okay. First match, we're on the play. And I doubt this is a keepable hand. This hand looks a little bit better. I probably need to bottom this. Do I? I guess I'll put it on top, and if it's bad in the matchup, I can always fetch it away. Chalice on 1? Yep. I think it's actually good in this matchup, so I'll leave it where it is. So here it's just a forced play, pretty much. I basically have no second mana source, so I can't really afford to wasteland my opponent here. Because this Gaea's Cradle does nothing for me. This coming turn, because this Gaea's Cradle will actually be on, I will wasteland my opponent here. No second land, please don't have it. They have second land. I mean, fortunately they wasteland my wasteland, so that's not bad. This is so awkward. This is so awkward. Oh, actually there's a Chalice in place, so never mind, this is not awkward. This is like the only thing I can do. Swing for 3. Let the race begin. Let the race begin. My opponent not having a second soul land there is really good for me. Yep, Thought Knot is fine. So if they kind of need to exile swords here, since I have the onboard answer to the Chalice. So, no, actually I cannot swords and play Noble Hierarch unless I draw a land. Thalia is a little bit awkward for me right here, but I would still think that they are going to take the swords, right? Yep, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I'll take the 4, since this Pride Mage not only represents... That was a good draw. That was a freaking good draw. And here I pass the turn. My opponent exiled the Simian Spirit Guide last turn in order to cast that Thought Knot here, which is definitely a good sign for me. And starting next turn, Knight is gonna go to town. Knight is going to town. I guess they have this member. No, Ballista. Ballista on 1 is fine. I guess that can kill the... They can make their Mimic a 1/1 if they choose to do so. So I'll take 4 here, and then this Knight is going to start taking over the game. That's pretty much what's going on. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna pay 1 and tap for Cradle. Play Tracker. Play a land. I guess I just cycle the clue. I'm very interested in going ahead and wastelanding my opponent right now. So this tracker already trades with the Thought Knot if I want to. I don't think I'll want to though. I think I'll just do a little bit of this. So here, I think I just attack with the Thalia here, actually. No, actually, it's better, Thalia is better at blocking, so I'm going to attack just with the Pride Mage. If my opponent wants to double block the Pride Mage, I'm very much okay with that. My opponent has one land in play. I wonder if they were trying to dismember something, and then they realized they have to pay for the Thalia attacks, so they can't. Yeah, this should be game over. This should be game over. Usually the Eldrazi kind of decks are solid matchups for Maverick, for Cololome, this Knight of the Reliquary decks basically. This card is just so insane against that kind of deck. This card is not so insane against that kind of deck though. What do we do here? I think I'm going to destroy that too. Let's start here. One, two, three, no, 4. Cost 2 mana. I can't do that. Can do that next turn though. Those are not good draws. Those are not good draws. So if I serve with Tracker, my opponent is forced to chump. And then if they don't do anything, I keep the knight back to block. If they do something, then I wait my choices. Ballista chumps, I assume that it's gonna kill the Thalia. That is fine. And I seem to be pretty much in control here. Pretty much in control. No suicide attacks. Okay. I'm opening myself to dismember here, but I just don't really care. I just don't really care really. And I can even force my opponent to do this here, yeah. Oof. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. So we are in double chump territory. So I just swing all. I guess I could have played an equipped Fire and Ice and just my opponent dies. But it's just like they're dead on board. Whoops. Combat, attack all, win the game. Minus 15. Alright, sideboarding against Eldrazi. So Mom does literal nothing. It basically protects from... It protects me from, what's his name? Dismember, and that's it. But that's definitely not good enough. I do want Rex Sage. I think I also want Gideon and Nissa. Is this what I want to be doing? I kind of want Sylvan Library and Pything Needle too. But I don't think these are better than any other card in the deck. Maybe they're better than Thalia. The thing is, playing once, siding in once against the Chalice, the 4 Chalice deck, seems a little bit sketch. Teague protects from all his dust. That's literally all he does. Yeah. Didn't even try. Just came out. Excavator is gas. Tracker is gas. Knight is gas. I even imagine Batterskull is pretty good in this matchup. Maybe do that. My opponent will for sure be bringing in ley lines. Hopefully they will keep a bad hand because they think that ley line is unbeatable for me, and then just die. Keep. This sucks though. Like, this makes Crimson Zenith so much worse. No ley line. Just the risk of getting dismembered is just so bad. Mimic. And what? Nothing else? I can beat a Mimic. I think I'm gonna waste here. I didn't want to waste the Mishra's Factory because it's just not great value. Ah, he didn't start with the factory. No balls, opponent. Ballista on 1. I feel like I want to use my mana here. I think I'm killing the Mimic. And I'm going to get basic planes. No, I'm gonna get double Savannah. If my opponent wants to destroy their own lands to destroy mine, I think I'm okay with that. Actually, I think I'm going to kill the Ballista, right? No, I'm gonna kill the Mimic. That represents way more damage. Ballista can be way more annoying, but I already have an answer to Ballista right here. Savannah, white, green. Only 3 mana. Shaper is perfectly fine. That's a good draw. That's a real good draw. I think here I waste the factory and play the Stoneforge. I want to trade resources with my opponent. Since they mulligan, they only have 2 cards left. And I'm gonna go get Jite, and once Jite gets going, this game should be pretty much over. I could even get Batterskull here. The problem with getting Batterskull is that if this Stoneforge gets answered, I am very far away from actually schooling my opponent. This is interesting though. Getting the Batterskull kind of forces my opponent to kill the Stoneforge though. Yep, I taught myself into it. Skull is an actual threat. No soul land. That's a soul land. I'm taking 3 here. Yep. No thought knot. No thought knot, please. That's a thought knot. So I guess it wouldn't have mattered. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Opponent correctly taking the Batterskull there. Okay, now what? No creatures in the yard. No creatures in the yard. I kind of want to incentivize my opponent to to kill this Dry Diver. Or should I just judgment away the thought knots? I think I just judgment away the thought knot here. White, white, colorless. That one. So yeah, so now that I drew this extra land, my opponent will attack. I guess I can serve here. If my opponent has Land Smasher, this is bad for me. But now, next turn, I'm going to play this, fetch a land. My opponent has exactly Land Smasher. Oh, Uncounterable Smasher. They have exactly Land Smasher. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so here I'm gonna chomp. I need to save damage because here I'm gonna be taking 2 because of the fetch and the 1 from the canopy, but I'm going to be able to get a knight. And once I get knight going, then knight is going to enable ooze. And I should be in a okay spot unless my opponent top decks another Smasher. Get another Savannah. Knight of the Reliquary. And now I can trade with Reshaper if I want to. I mean, I want to, because otherwise the ballista will kill me. So I guess I'll have to trade with Reshaper. But Smasher cannot serve anymore. So I guess if they attack Smasher, they can make like some kind of suicide attack with the factory, put me down to 1. But then Ooze comes down, and then Ooze kind of takes over. This game was really close. So I just have to try to save the most amount of damage possible this turn. If they draw exactly Dismember, I think I am dead, though. So Dismember I cannot really beat. Anything else, I think it's fine. Another smasher I also can't beat. So Smasher, Dismember are my opponent's best draws. We'll see what they drew. What did you draw, opponent? Activate Factory. All out attack. Okay, so this blocks here. These are forced blocks. These are forced blocks. Not much of a choice there. My opponent draws Ancient Tomb. If they have another land, they win. Another Reshaper is fine. Endless 1 for 5. Okay. So I play Arbor as a chump blocker. I play Ooze. And I gain some life. And I need to again fade either Dismember or the other thing. The good thing is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My opponent would need even another land if they want to activate Factory and also activate Ballista. So I think this is what I need to do. And I guess I can eat the Reshaper right now. And now I pass the turn. If I can not activate the canopy, I would prefer to not do so. Ran out of water. Alright, super close game. No attacks is very, very good for me. Sack Savannah. Cradle actually makes me... Yeah, Cradle is pretty good here. Cradle is pretty good here. Eat 1. Eat 2. And I think I'm gonna cycle Canopy with the last mana. Sick. Alright, at this point I think we're in a good spot. So I can play Rexage, Zenith for another night. Play Rexage, Zenith for another night, so I can actually use this night to blow up the Eye of Ugin. Seems pretty good. Play Rexage. Yep, my opponent just concedes. Got there. Felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. Good start to the stream. Good start to the stream. Green white Maverick. Eldrazi Stompy. Wow. So on stream with Green White Maverick, we are currently 5-1. It's a pretty solid record right there. Of course, I only streamed the deck one time and I 4-1'd, so I should not play any more, and we can finish with a an 80% win percentage or something. Mulligan that one. Mulligan that one, unfortunately. This one we can keep. It's kind of unfortunate that I really want to turn 2 this night. So if we're playing against Storm, I'm going to be really sorry that I did not keep that on top. But I'm going to fetch for a basic forest and Zenith for a dry driver. Being able to turn 2 Knight is just so strong though. Burn? And I'm like mindlessly fate shift for basics without even knowing that I'm against burn. What a pro. What a pro. It's kind of awkward that we cannot, I mean we need to fetch for a Savannah here, so that's a little bit bad. Price of Progress would deal me 4 damage on this board. But yeah, but Knight being a 4/4 here, it's actually kind of huge. Wasteland, it's surprisingly important in this matchup, because having the ability to Wasteland yourself in response to Price of Progress actually comes up very, very often, which is pretty funny. But yeah, it comes up all the time. Oh! So we got some blue-red action over there. We got some blue-red action over there. So I'm expecting some kind of like the stupid flying guy. Can't remember its name. Another Swift Spear. If he attacks, I'm snap blocking. Not playing around Mutagenic Growth. Holy crap! That's aggressive. That is really aggressive. Okay. Play my Wasteland, play my Thalia. Go. So tell me more about how you sack 2 lands on turn 2 to play your Fire Blast. Tell me more about that. You wanna serve? No? No serving into the Thalia? No balls. Yeah, I'm slamming Stoneforge here. Give me that skull. Actually, do I want Jita here instead? I think I want Jita here. I definitely want Jita here. Even if my opponent bowls the Stoneforge, I still am able to cast Jita quite easily. No more lands. Yep. Opponent's having a rough time over there. Having a rough time over there. I could go for the aggro route, or I can just chill here. I think chill here is the better line for me. And EOT, I flash in the GT with the Stoneforge, and next turn I can actually serve with the Thalia and have the Stoneforge back to block. And I even have Swords Protection in case anything goes horribly wrong. Yeah, I'm activating that one. GT in the house. This is tempting, but just like slamming with Thalia here is so good. We even have Swords Protection. Like, even if my opponent double blocks, it's just too good. Yeah, my opponent agrees. So I'm going to be expecting a lot of smash to smithereens and stuff from my opponent. Choke looks pretty good. I don't think I want all of them, but I definitely want some of them. Canonist looks also pretty good. Jeez, my whole deck looks insane against this matchup. Yeah, I'm going to expect the enchantment. What's his name? Sulfuric Vortex. So say those out. Thalia looks amazing. Swords looks really good. Hierarch and Mom look alright. Thalia, big Thalia maybe not so good. My opponent has a bunch of basics. I'm on the draw. Doesn't feel too awesome. Should I bring in Rex Sage? I'm not sure. I probably want 2 Canonists and no more than that. I'm probably 2 chokes and no more than that. Also, choke on the draw is so much worse. Maybe something like this. Maybe I want this or this. I'm going to not bring these 2 in and see what happens. All my equipment is insane in this matchup. I'm going to go refill my water and I'll be back. Hence a little bit on the slow side. My opponent kept 7. I'm gonna mulligan this. This looks very, very slow. And this looks unplayable. Punished! So punished. I guess I keep any land on top. Okay, Catacombs. Pass. Not looking good for the home team here. I'm gonna need this GT to be really, really good. So my opponent is some blue-red Delver. That Fire Blast last game was so aggressive. I was very much surprised by that. All the spears are being swifted. All the spears being swifted. Wow. So that's shock there. Shock in there. Ponder that deals 2 damage. If my opponent has a daze here, they chose to not shuffle. Yeah, if my opponent has a daze here, I don't think I can win anymore. Savannah, Wasteland, Thalia, cross my fingers. Resolved. Okay, cool. This Thalia can't really block though. And I can't even cast the GT. This is so sad. I guess Fetchland is my best draw. So I can slam this knight and start going to town. So I probably can't even block here, huh? I probably can't even block these Swift Spears. Yep, Bolt gets the Thalia. This Bolt doesn't get my face, I guess. And I think I am like playing blindly into Smash the Smithereens. Because I can't afford to not do anything here. My opponent has a Smash, I die. Fire. Ouch. Yeah, this game looks pretty over. This hand was just not gonna beat my opponent's draw. So I die to Bolt, I die to most things. Land plus anything else and I die. Land plus anything else. Dead. Next game. Okay, now I like choke much more. On the play. And I know Sword of Fire and Ice is the nuts, but maybe I don't want this much equipment. Maybe I can do that. Looks pretty good. Not insanely happy about the Pride Mage, but I guess as a one-off is fine to hedge against Sulfuric Vortex. Alright. Do we have a keepable one today? Finally we have a keepable one. It's exciting. That's freaking exciting. Alright. Let's hope for no Bolt on this Arbor. Bolt making a solid wasteland impression. Ponder is fine. I can deal with Ponder. And this coming turn I'm actually going to... I am actually going to play Pride Mage. They chose to not shuffle. This turn I'm actually going to play Pride Mage and then play Jite. Because I don't want my knight to be susceptible to... I don't want my knight to be susceptible to freaking... what's his name? Bolt. I don't want my knight susceptible to Bolt. But yeah, being on the play is just so huge in this matchup. Like, the fact that my opponent is forced to react means that it's not chipping away with Swift Spears. Like, now this turn, they need to hold up Smash the Smithereens if they have it. Because otherwise this GT is going to get out of control real fast. So just by having them on the back foot, it just changes the matchup so greatly. Chain lining the Dryad Arbor. No, don't want to redirect them, fine. Paper Snag the Pride Mage. Submerge. Okay, that one is a pretty good series of plays for my opponent. That is a pretty good series of play for my opponent. But now I can still use this turn to swords my opponent's threat, so they are still gonna be a little bit on the back foot. So at least that's something. Geez, Submerge, what a beating. What a beating. Snapcaster Ponder, I imagine. Do I source this guy? I don't even know if I source this guy. My opponent like playing directly into this wasteland when they have shown me that they have multiple basics makes me not want to wasteland them. Also, I'm a little bit short on mana myself, so... Yeah, I have 3 white spells and only a single white source, so I'm actually going to source the Snapcaster. I know that it's a bad card, but it's not a bad one. Alright, I don't want to play into this, so I'm going to be doing this. And if I'm not wasting my opponent, I think I use the mana to equip here. I know this dies to Bolt and whatever, but you know. Now they have to bolt the Pride Mage. Yep. Take 2 from the Storm Chaser. But at least I'm not taking 2 also from the Snapcaster. So I still think that the Plowing was correct. Here I'm not going to equip. I'm actually interested in doing this now. To play around Fire Blast. And also to choke my opponent on mana a little bit. This also negates my opponent from having 2 mountains and also makes the knight a 5/5. So now it kind of feels like they need to GT to destroy the GT unless they have another Submerge, which is also possible. If they have another Submerge, it's just like, you know, good beats. Good beats. There's no need for them to miss on free damage right there, so I don't suspect that my opponents have Submerge. Gas? I guess that qualifies as gas, somewhat. What can Knight do? Knight cannot get... Wasteland doesn't do much. Caracas doesn't do anything. Canopy is the only thing that does anything. But I'm a little bit short on mana, really. My opponent for sure has the Smash the Smithereens. They for sure have it. But in that case, I'm racing. Tap target permanent, draw a card. Okay, since they are doing this, I might as well do this, right? I guess I do get a Canopy here. Don't want to equip the Canonist because he dies to Bolt, so I think I'm going to be cycling Canopy EOT. So my opponent needs another sequence like the one they had in the Dryad Arbor Pride Mage turn. Bolt the Canonist is where they start. Okay, Canonist down. So the only thing I'm afraid of here is Submerge, I think. But I don't think I can beat Submerge anyway. Don't think I can beat Submerge. Chain Lightning face. Okay. That's aggro. But I guess they have to go for it. Okay, here is when I'm like... Let's start here. That's pretty good. It's my opponent F6'd. My opponent is indeed F6'd. So now I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I know that I didn't crack my Heath there. It's a little bit risky. A little bit risque. Because my opponent has multiple bolts this turn. So they drew that, because otherwise they would have played lands on the previous turns. So if my opponent has like bolt, attack, I would have been dead if I had cracked this Heath. Though I guess I have the GT counters, so never mind. Bedlam Reveler. That's cool. Hehehe. Taking one is probably okay here. I'm going to try to save these GT counters for as long as I can. Same thing with this uncracked canopy. Nice. So now GT has 4 counters. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Feeling pretty good about this. My opponent discarding Price of Progress over there was also pretty good for me. They use their island. Brainstorming like a maniac over there. Yep. Sick. 2-1 against Blue Red Delver. GT winning both of those games. So cool that that card is banned in Modern. so great that that card is banned in Modern. Would be very, very bad if we could play that in Modern. Okay, so hope you guys are enjoying this stream. If you are and you haven't done so yet, you can for free hit that follow button up there. That way, I think. That of course will that way you will get notified whenever I go live, and you know, it will also help other people find my content, which of course is great for me and for other people as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them on chat. But yeah, my name is Francisco, and usually what we do here is we do some Knight of the Reliquary deck in Legacy, sometimes in Modern too, and in Modern we leave the primetime live, like so. You can of course also subscribe if you want to get that beautiful, gorgeous primetime emote. But in the meantime, we're going to be mulliganing this no lander. In exchange of this, basically one lander. Sure. Wasteland, me likey or no likey? Do I need to do better than Wasteland, or am I okay with Wasteland? I think I am okay with Wasteland. It allows me to play multiple spells on my second turn. Black Red Reanimator, Storm. What are we looking at here? This could also be Grixis control of some sort. Chose to not shuffle. So the Baleful Strix coming up. Okay, so now we know what we're up against. Now we know what we're up against. And I think I'm going to Zenith for another Hierarch. Hopefully this enables a Knight on the next turn. Oh, Force, Pitching Force. Well, that's not bad for me actually. I will take the 2 for 1. Just no second him though. That would be not cool. Angler is fine. So I can just do this. And we can move on with our lives. Alright. This game has been interesting so far. Land. Nope. That's a good one to have in hand though. They drew the second land. Sad. Strix. Yeah. Strix is fine. Yeah, things are getting out of hand here, boys. Things are getting out of hand. I guess we forged the stone. Definitely going to get the very last equipment in our deck as we drew all the other equipment. So we're doing that. Bolt the Stoneforge. My opponent wisely keeping this Delta untapped. They played the land before brainstorming. That's weird. Why would they play the land before brainstorming? Doesn't make much sense. Yep. Slamming that knight. I assume that it's gonna get Revolt pushed. Or Snapcaster pushed. But in this board I actually want the Excavator to survive rather than the knight, because the Excavator gives me better value. They kinda need to force this if they can. Nope. Snapcaster Bolt is gonna be the play. Okay. So I think I'm kind of very interested in stopping my opponent from playing a Jace next turn. So I think it's better to wasteland them than me having the extra mana. Usually this kind of matchup is rough. It's not a bad one though. That is not a bad one. Is this the Jace? That is indeed the Jace. a brainstorm. So here I source the snap. And I flash in the Script Ranger. Block here. Wasteland them of their bulk. Play my sword. And hope that my opponent does not have Bolt or Call Against Command. I cannot beat Call Against Command, that's for sure. That's the single card I cannot beat. Which my opponent is actually quite likely to have found right there. But K-Command would be an absolute beating. So here's a very, very interesting question. Do I think I am far enough behind that I just need to accept the fact that I'm not going to beat... Nah, actually I'm gonna play this knight here. Because it's not only Call Against Command, it's also Snapcaster push. So I guess that also would have done it. I mean, playing the knight again. Kinda, it is what it is. Well, maybe I made a mistake there. Maybe I should have actually played Mom and equipped sword there. That way Jace cannot bounce. The thing is, knight is like I'm kind of forcing them to minus their Jace, because it's harder for them to deal with a knight than to deal with a 1/1 Mom. Yeah, like Jace Brainstorm Surge is such a beautiful engine. Just like you put the bad cards on top, and then you as Kanta shuffle them away. So sick. One, two. At least this turn they don't Ascanta. I played both things because I didn't want to discard one of these things to Liliana. Holy shit. Alright. Alright. Good old triple walker draw. Good old triple walker draw. Feels bad, man. To be fair, this matchup is pretty damn miserable. Deluge on one, Angler. Left the card on top. I guess I equip there. Can't even get past the Angler. Opponent pluses again. Jace is so good. Just minus. Just kill me, alright? They're just playing with their food over there. Just minus Liliana, swinging with the Angler, I'm dead next turn. Why are they doing this? It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Jeez, this super friends over there. Yeah, the colonist command is gonna be too much to beat. I'll go to the bathroom and then we'll sideboard. Whoops, I totally forgot. So that game was played in silent mode, even though I was talking. We got there though. We got there. Clearly we did great. Choke. They really don't do them anymore like they used to, huh? Choke is just such an absurd card. Any case, so I kind of like this plan. Surgical is just, not sure I want surgical in this matchup. Not sure that I would want surgical in this matchup. I'm not sure I want Green Sun Zenith either, to be fair. But Green Sun has higher upside. Maybe I do this, just the one surgical. But this, like, the grindy matchups are not where I want to be doing the surgical thing. Potential of turn 2 choke, yes please. So I assume that after seeing choke, if my opponent actually sided out their Force of Wills, I would assume that they are back in now. But yeah, like turn 2 choke. Well, no, that was further, right? That was like turn 3 or 4 choke, and that was just game over. Pretty sweet. I also savagely destroyed their wasteland, which was also really fun. You guys need to tell me when I do something stupid, like leaving my mic muted. I'm snap keeping this. Turn 1 plunder is fine. Second choke, sure. Alright, slamming the hierarch. By the way, can you guys see they chose to not shuffle with Ponder? Don't take my land. Yep. It's pretty good. So I assume that my opponent has the Force in hand, but I'm still gonna slam the white bordered one. Yes! Woohoo! Alright. Here I am actually going to go for the small Thalia to like further lock my opponent out. This is great. Loving this. Loving this. Thalia sisters, go. Go. And if we draw a land and we slam this sword, the game is just absolutely over at that point. What do you want to do, opponent? You can't. You can't. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. This truly was easy mode right here. Just everything worked out beautifully. Whoops. They're just gonna tap their land to force. It's just like you're not winning this game, man. Just not happening. Turn 2 choke. Yep. That was fun. That was fun. 3-0. 7-1 overall record with the deck. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. I know, J2 can't. It's just like, why would they ever print a card like that? They really have not. They have not figured out how the game worked yet. I think like that's so abusive. That's such a stupid card. In any case, and it was also the white border the one that got them, right? So that's like even extra value. But yeah, J2 Cans, can you do me a favor? Can you tell me if the Stream Decker app or the Stream Decker extension is actually working? Because I cannot see it. And I'm just testing it out today for the first time. And I there's no way that I can see whether it's working or not. Unless you're a mobile. If you're a mobile, then you're not going to be able to see it. Because that's the same issue that I have here. I cannot. I cannot check out in my phone whether it's working or not, because the app just does not work on phones. Whoops. That's an aggro GG. I gave them the caps GG. So this hand actually has a really high upside. If my opponent cannot deal with my Dryad Arbor on turn 1, it's not showing on your side. Damn it. I wanted to experiment and try it out today, whether it worked or not, but I guess it doesn't. If my opponent does not kill this Dryad Arbor here, then they're gonna be facing a turn 1 and turn 2 Thalia, which in my experience, it's pretty damn powerful. Well, never mind. Well, never mind. My point is on the Wasteland plan. DNT. Woo! This is so sad. This is so sad. Alright, I took a risk. It definitely did not pan out. Took a risk and it definitely did not work out. GT. Nice. So this is bad. I guess I'm gonna do this. So this kind of hedges a little bit. Oh, that's right. Cradle does not add mana. Never mind. So I cannot really afford to play Hierarch, because if my opponent deals with it, I just die to this Crusader. So I need to hold up swords. The problem with holding up swords is my opponent is not going to go for the GT and equip, because, you know, I am very, very clearly holding up swords here. At least no Vial. That's good for me. Because Vial would be bad. Real bad. Flicker Wisp. Value. Freaking value. Uh, Alright. At this point I'm forced into doing this, and I'm dead. I'm dead to a land. If my opponent has any land, I die. Just play GT, equip, kill my dude. But I was forced into doing this because I'm just so far behind. If this Hierarch survives though, there's a chance that I can catch up. A very slim chance, but a chance nonetheless. Yep, they have the 4th land. I think I'm officially dead. Yep. Alright. Stream marker. I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to make the stream decker thing work, but it looks like it's not that obvious, and I will actually have to like explore a little bit more. It's fine. I'll do that for next time. Yes, definitely want Rex Sage. Yes, definitely want Judgment. Yes, definitely want Gideon. Yes, definitely want Library. Mom is kind of like the best card in the matchup. The equipment is mighty good. Teague is a blank. Ooze is not good. Scrib Ranger. I just never side out Scrib Ranger. This card is, in my opinion, this card is secretly the best card in the deck. It's just so insane. It's so good. Probably don't want Thalia. Nissa seems like a little bit too much. I don't know if I will ever make it up to 5 mana. Oh, Thalia is, this Thalia is much worse than this Thalia. I probably want Needle too. Name Vial and stuff. Yeah, I'll just side out all the Thalias. No Thalias. So I guess Nissa Vital Force would actually get in there. Alright. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. This time let's keep a less greedy hand. Yep, this certainly qualifies. Keep this one. Turn 1, fetch basic plains. Turn 2, fetch basic forest. Play Stoneforge. Looking good. Looking pretty good. Basic plains. They have 2 swords, Mom, right here. Yep, they do. Go fetch basic forest. Basic forest. Stoneforge. Go get GT. I should probably get myself the actual GT. This art is just, I don't like it really. Not the biggest fan. Not a bad draw. Go get a basic forest. And I'm gonna play knight this turn. I know that my opponent is representing swords, but I would get to slam Gideon in my next turn. So I'm actually, you know, interested in playing knight here. I guess my opponent will sort it. Every time I play against Death and Taxes, they always, like last time I played against Death and Taxes with 4 coil alone, my opponent drew 3 swords. Alright, knight is alive. Knight is alive. So if my opponent taps out for anything, they're in trouble. Even if they don't tap out for anything, they're in trouble. Ugh. Yep, knight down. I'm slamming Gideon so fast here. Nah, I'm slamming Gideon. I'm slamming Gideon. And next turn, GT equip the token and go to town. Even have swords protection. Start spitting out 2/2s. Take one, opponent. Pew pew. And this Gideon is basically never plussing. This Gideon, I don't think it's ever gonna be plussing. Unless my opponent taps out. Recruiter of the Guards. So they are gonna go get Revoker. Yep. Revoker Gideon. So my opponent is still very much in this game. This Vial is just doing so much work. Rex Sage would be an insane draw here. The fact that they get to like do like so much stuff on the same turn, it's so powerful. Play Tracker. Here I think I just hold up swords. Or I can crack a clue EOT. My opponent cannot get through, which is good. None of their dudes fly, which is pretty good for me. Yield to that thing. Okay, so what do I need to get here? Council's Judgment would be pretty good because I would get rid of Mom, and then from there I just take over. But that Mom is just messing everything up. Rex Sage would also be pretty good. If I get Rex Sage, I think I destroy the Vial. Recruiter searches for Flicker Wisp, I imagine, or Mirror Crusader. Flicker Wisp. Card is so fucking good. That card is so fucking good. So I crack Clue. Canopy. That's a series of bad draws right there. That's what that is. Now Wisp is gonna start bouncing flickering recruiters. Shit. Although I guess I can stop that chain. I can stop that chain with the swords. Zenith. I can Zenith for 3. I can Zenith for... I think I'm gonna Zenith for Sage. And that way I'm gonna force the Wisp into blinking the Vial, which would stop the chain. Rex Sage. Yeah. Would have been nice to have drawn that for turn instead of after the clue, which would allow me to also hold up swords. So what do you do now? You Vial and Flicker Wisp, but what do you do? They flicker. Okay, they save the Vial. Okay, that's good then. I'm tapped out, so I don't need to do anything. So I guess that stops the Wisp recruiter chain, which is good for me. I need to reset the Vial. I need Tracker to draw me so many cards here in order to keep up. So many cards. I imagine Wisp will come after Gideon. Yep. The Wisp serves. I think Council's Judgment is the best draw again, because I can deal with Mom. Three for Mirror Crusader. Okay, that one is a problem. That one is actually a problem. No Council's Judgment. No Flying Dude either. That one is a good one though. Play Mom. Play Land. Play Hierarch. Play Jite. Maybe I should have drawn a card there. Maybe that was bad. At this point, if Crusader serves... No second Mom is good. At this point, if Crusader serves, I think I throw the Knight Ally under the bus. So Gideon's gonna die. Actually, Nissa Vital Force would be insane here. Wow, because the creature, the land is gonna be colorless. I mean, never mind, they have a port. I didn't say anything. So this comes at me. Wisp serves at Gideon. I think I'm taking 4. Also, by the way, what is this art, opponent? Come on. This is very much the superior art. Shit, they had the swords for Mom. Well, that's bad. RIP. Don't care. Rip is fine. Skull would be nice, I guess. Wasteland, not bad. Draw. Council's Judgment. Draw. Council's Judgment. Nope, another Wasteland. So here we waste port. That part is easy. Now what? So I need to deal with Mom. So I suit up what? A Rex Sage? I suit up the Night Ally. Suit up the Night Ally. Swing for 3 after the trigger. It's been a really interesting game. Tracker was hands down the MVP when it's not close. Did so much work this game. Blocks with Mom. Sure. Now in response to the Mom activation, I'm gonna source the Mom. Dead. Get out of here, Mom. Okay. We got a chance now. If we connect with Jita just one time, so my opponent needs to not draw a Flicker Wisp. I think Wisp is the only way they can stop me from connecting with Jita. So they need to not have a Wisp. They need to not have another Wisp. Because Wisp would be an absolute beating. Another Mom. Okay. Please no Wisp. Please no Wisp. I guess Pride Mage would be pretty good. Knight is not really very good. I'm going to play the Foothills, I think. Because I can still fetch the Dry Diver. Right? Yep. Definitely fetch first so I don't draw it. Let's do this. Swords? No. Let's do this once again. Swords. Or Kasali Pride Mage. That's pretty good. Okay, that should be good. I can name Vile and stop this nonsense. I could also name Mom. But with the board as it is, I think I want to name Vile, which would leave third swords as my opponent's only out. They activate the Vile. Okay, I assume that they are going to flicker my Brightling. Okay, so I'm naming Brightling then. So if I name Brightling, this serves for 3. This attacks for 3. Crusader is a 2/2, so it'll first strike damage, then regular damage. and then GT kills Mom and takes over from there. Yep. Brightling. Zero cards in hand for my opponent. I think this will be fine. So I can trade with whatever my opponent wants to trade. Don't mind. Okay. So Brightling trades. Yep. GT kills Mom right away. I can equip GT here or draw a card with the canopy. I guess we can just play Knight. No, because that would take a damage. So I guess I'm going to equip the Rex Sage, the Stoneforge. Sweet. Jita takes over. I will be right back. Okay, can we beat Death and Taxes? This looks fine. Yeah, now that I realize that actually, like the lands are colorless, so Mom cannot protect from Nissa. I'm pretty interested in that now. Yeah, this is a keep. Please no turn 1 Vial. Turn 2 I'm gonna play Mom plus Stoneforge, because if I do that I can actually get... Okay, never mind. Gonna tap my forest. Sure. I'm actually gonna get Skull here. No, Mom? Yes, Mom. Shit. Ah, Mommy's so good! So good in the mirror. It's so good. On the plus side, I can go fetch from, and next turn I can play Battle Skull and Mom, which should be pretty good. Just a stupid Vial, man. Vial is so good in Death and Taxes, it's insane. It's freaking insane. So I have options here. I can do Mom plus Skull plus another Hierarch, which seems pretty good. Mom plus Hierarch, and I can leave Skull up. So I'm going to activate in response here. The reason for that is if my opponent flashes in Revoker and names Stoneforge, the tempo swing is going to be huge. So I'm going to be doing this instead. The only problem is if my opponent flashes in Stoneforge here and they get a G... Yeah, if they have another land, I think I lose. Because if they get Mirran Crusader going, that's a GT. No fourth land, please. No fourth land, please. No fourth land, please. No fourth land. This is the sickest lower roll if this is actually... If my opponent's messing with me right now, this is a 6 low roll. Okay. Taking 4 here. It's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm 1 mana short of doing everything I want. So do I get GT going, or do I judge away my opponent? So I need to play around swords. I need to play around fucking think I'm gonna go for the GT. Let's see if this resolves. First, pro white. Now that I know that pro white resolved, I can equip and I can swing with Stoneforge and Skull. Guess my opponent can have Leonian Relic Warder or something like that. But if this Stoneforge connects and I am the first one to get GT counters, I could be in a really good spot. So at this point it's only Relic Warder, because even if they flash in the 2/1, the Revoker, and they block, I can still get my counters. And once I get my counters, good things happen to me. I guess the other option is fuck. Wow, this is such a blowout. Wow, they flash in Skull. They block with Skull. Yeah, this is a fucking blowout. This is crazy. They block with Skull, they give it pro white. And I am very, very dead now. Alright, alright. I think I use this mana to equip to use my mana this turn, and next turn I can like Council's Judgment something. So again on the same train, trying to prevent, hoping my opponent does not have another land. If they do have another land, I'm in a lot of trouble. Play out the Jite. They do have another land, so I think I lose now. I think I just lose. That's 4 GT counters. It's too many fucking GT counters. Too many GT counters. Given that my opponent had everything, so if last turn I would have, if I would have played Council's Judgment last turn, I don't think that changes anything, right? I'm still in an incredibly awful spot. So here I put Judgment on the stack, see what my opponent does. And they still have Violent too, though. They didn't uptick to up to 3. If this is Relic Warder, Remorseful Cleric. Fuck. That's like the absolute worst possible scenario, right? Oh. Now that was a mistake, though. So now I can actually vote for this, and I will get GT counters. Of course, this is not great, right? But this way, at least I can get rid of the Mirren Crusader. He doesn't want to trade germ tokens. That's actually good for me. Okay. We're not dead then yet. We got a chance. I am not gonna play this Zenith because next turn I can Zenith for Rexage, which will give me another body, and it will also allow me to deal with that GT. Fuck! Okay, GT down, so now they are the ones that have a GT. But next turn I get to Rexage and destroy their GT. And I have 2 different colored creatures. Well, I guess they can just destroy the... They can just like GT down the stupid Rexage. Okay. Savannah. I just say don't have a Flicker Wisp. Don't let the last card in your hand be a Flicker Wisp, because that just would be unfair. Don't have a Wisp. You're gonna kill the Rexage here, I assume. Well, the fact that they are using the counters means that they probably don't have a... They probably don't have a guy, right? They don't have a Flicker Wisp. Cool. Yep. Not swinging there. Can you please have a blank in hand? Please have a blank. Not a blank. Definitely not a blank. Definitely not a blank. Holy shit. Holy shit. They gain 3 life and return the Mirror Crusader. Yep. Yep. So that happened. That totally happened there. White and black is just like can't do shit. Can't do shit. Maybe I should have cycled first. This doesn't change anything in any case. All right. Let's make sure my opponent can click and can beat me in the 50 seconds they have left. I was literally dead on board, but sure, they want to go for the style points. All right, we got strongly top decked by Death and Taxes. So we're actually 7-2. Does my opponent not notice that I was already dead on board? I cannot block. They just want to leave on the edge. They want to win with 0 counter, with 0 time left. Did they literally time out because they wanted to overkill? Did they literally time out because they wanted to go for the overkill? I guess they didn't check the clock? I'm gonna count that as a loss. I mean, I'll take the money, and I guess we are 4-0. We are 4-0 question mark? But I'm definitely counting that one as a loss in my records though. That was I think my opponent just wanted to, like, I guess they didn't check the... Damn, I gave them the GGs because I thought I was losing. Now I feel like an asshole. Now I feel like an asshole because I gave my opponent the GGs when they timed out. That sucks. So if this hand draws a mana dork or any land, it's good. But yeah, these are the kind of spots where Cradle can be a little bit bad. This hand is much better. Redundant Mom, I probably put them on the bottom. I don't know what I'm up against yet. Give my opponent the good luck. Yep, so I guess that happened. I guess that happened. I'm sorry, opponent, if you happen to like run into the stream, but I did not mean to be a dick about it. I was legit. I was legit F6ing to talk to chat, and I did not know that you were actually going through everything. Anyway, I guess we are. I guess we're somehow 4-0. We should be 3-1. But I'll take the money. Opponent takes the hierarch. I mean, I'm gonna play the mom. My opponent can daze it if he wants. Yeah, that's fine. But I don't want them to daze my GT. I imagine that they're gonna have a really hard time dealing with a GT. I guess they're gonna have a really hard time dealing with a mom too. Yeah, Lasso, I know. Yes, it's very. I think it's very, very close. I think it's very, very close, and I actually thought about that for a long, like, minute, whether I should have Council's Judgment or I should have gone for the GT play, but that's why I activated Mom before doing anything. But like my opponent, because I was thinking, okay, if my opponent happens to play like the Revoker, I'm still fine, right? Because I get my GT counters anyway. So the only real issue is if I guess I did not think about the possibility of my opponent having like exactly Stoneforge. And it needed to be exactly Stoneforge into fetching Batterskull. But yeah, I thought about it for a minute there. My opponent is down to 4. They kept the card on top though. Land. Nice. I guess I play my knight. Another daze? No daze. That was pretty bad. Land? Nice. Still on the same plan. At least this member is not an out now, which is pretty funny. They have another push? No, Shadow. Take 3, because I will need to chump next turn. So I am going for the dream here. I am going to chump the Shadow, and then I'm going to get a couple of GT counters, and then I'm going to fetch for Dryad Arbor, and I'm going to equip GT, and I'm going to swing in for lethal. My opponent's smart. My opponent is smart. I still want the clue though. Source to Plowshares will be pretty good here. Heyo. I have to imagine my opponent has stub, right? I have to imagine my opponent's got stub over there. serve. I will block. Swords? Maybe? No, they got the stub. They got the stub. I draw a card. Not a good one. Not a good one. They have the force. Yep. Alright, I'm dead. I am dead. Alright. I actually don't think the choke is going to be good in this matchup. The reason for that is that my opponent is going to be like bouncing their stuff. And I'm just not sure that choke is going to do enough in this matchup, really. Surgical seems good against like reanimate and stuff. And also against like push or things like that. What do I not like? Batterskull seems hella slow. Thalia seems pretty good. Ooze seems not great. Man, I literally never play this matchup, so I have no idea how to sideboard here. I would assume something like this, just because Green Sun is pretty bad. Maybe Skull is bad too, as well. Raminap seems good. Knight, of course, seems really good. Tracker seems alright. Thalia seems reasonable. I think I'm going with this. We'll see how we change things for the next game. Maybe Gideon is actually good here. Gideon over the Batterskull. On the play. Keep. Savannah into Mom. I imagine my opponent's going to be bringing like, oh, maybe I should have brought in Rex Sage because of Dread of Night. If they try to reanimate here, I'm surgical in the street rates. That's much worse. Well, so my hand does nothing. I can do something fun though. I'm gonna do this. Draw step, surgical your water graves. This is kinda hilarious. Squall, it's actually deck list. There you go. Alright, let's see what my opponent has going on over here. Bye bye water graves. So they just have 2 underground seas. Which if I get to wasteland them out, they have no colored sources. Am I gonna leave the dream here? Please tell me that I'm gonna leave the dream here. Let me take a quick screenshot of this. put this guy over here. And we keep going on with our match. So that was funny. So they play their Flooded Strand. So here I'm actually going to play the Cradle. I want to make sure that I'm going to... that my opponent cannot wasteland my wasteland. I want them to fetch first. That's a Flooded Strand. Ah, they're gonna hit me now. Please don't let me discard my good cards. Please don't let me discard my good cards. I mean, that's one of my good cards, I guess. Alright, we're very close. So they only have 2 Dread of Knights. Good for me to know, of course. And they have a Snuff Out. Stub. Sure. That Delta fetches literal nothing, if I'm not wrong. Yep. They drew the Angler. Ugh. Shit. Swords. Swords here. No. Never lucky. Sorry about that. My opponent only has the 2 Wastelands in their deck. So they literally have one... They have 1 card left that... 1 land left that produces mana. They drew another threat. Play Ooze. I'm gonna eat the Mom. I think next turn I'm actually just like playing Thalia so it dies. And I can actually outgrow the Gurmag Angler. Oh, my opponent has Snuff Out. What am I even talking about? Yep. They need to control a swamp to Snuff Out too. That's hilarious. Alright, Swords. That's not a Swords. Doesn't do anything. Oh, they have a Stub in hand anyway. That's really funny. We almost lived the dream, but it was just not meant to be. Not meant to be. Nope. Alright. We died. We had a plan, but we died. That was really funny though. Alright, we technically 4-1'd, but we actually 3-2'd with the deck. The list felt okay. I was not incredibly surprised by it. It was a fine Maverick list. We didn't play against any deck where Canonist was good. I guess it was good against the Blue-Red Delver deck to some extent. It was a nice league, yeah. It was a nice league. We played a lot of really interactive matches, a lot of really tight matches too. And some blowouts too. That turn 2 choke against Grixis control was such a beauty. It was such a beauty. My opponent F6 so quickly too. So when I clicked on the white border choke and it automatically hits play, I'm like, living the dream, partying hard. In any case, I think that the list is pretty sweet. I am not going to have enough time for another list because I will need to go leave and teach a lesson. But hope you guys enjoyed what I could provide today. I will of course later, probably tomorrow, update this to my YouTube channel. In case you guys are not aware, I update every single one of my stream. So this is a list that I saw somebody posted, and it's just worse for Cololome. That's basically my short take. Because yeah, it's just worst for Cololome, just because Chalice is such a powerhouse in Legacy right now. This is the list, and I just have it chilling there because I saw it once and I'm like, I'll try it out. And I played a couple of leagues. I didn't play a couple of leagues. I played some. I already had all the cards, so I just played a couple of 2-mans, and it just felt like worst Maverick, because the Stoneforge equipment package is actually very strong in this deck. And it's worse for Cololome because for Cololome does the Punishing Fire thing way better with Liliana of the Veil and Bob, right? So it kind of felt like it goes midway, and it doesn't really do anything better than the other options. The list that I was actually interested in though is this one right here, which I'm pretty sure that I will play at some point. This one is something that I'm a little bit more interested in. So this is basically somebody 5-0'd with this, and it's like a hybrid Maverick for Cololome list with a bunch of like excavators instead of loam, because we are going San Zenith deck after all, and like playing Thalia and Chalice in conjunction just seems really, really good. Of course, this is a much worse Teague deck, because Teague literally stops 8 of your main deck cards. So if you have to play Teague, you'd better be winning the game, like against Storm or something like that. But yeah, this is actually super interesting, and it also has it slams in there the Thespian Stage Dark Depths combo for value to like cheese wins out of nowhere, and it plays Sylvan Safekeeper to kind of like protect it. And Safekeeper plays actually very nicely with Knight, protecting the Knight and also like growing the Knight by sacrificing your lands. So this is a list that I was actually quite interested in trying out, and I will probably do so sometime next week. This weekend is GPLA, so I will not be streaming, but I will be back on Monday. In case you guys wanna. In case you guys are interested, I stream usually during the weeks, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and sometimes Thursdays. I think next week I will be available to stream on Thursday, so I probably will do that too. But for sure, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are pretty much a guaranteed, unless something else happens. And in this channel, we mostly stream Amulet in Modern, or some kind of Primeval Titan deck in Modern, and some kind of Knight of the Reliquary deck in Legacy, because that's the stuff that I enjoy. If you are interested in suggesting any decks, or you would want me to play any deck on stream, I am very happy to do so. I will just ask you, if I have the cards, we're fine, and I will just basically ask you to pay the entry fee. So I will ask you to like donate at least like $12, so I pay the entry fee and I can play anything you guys want. This is another deck that I will probably play on stream at some point. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. But this deck looks like a blast. I run a league with it and I 3-1'd, and the deck just felt very, very interesting, super fun, an extremely amount of very intricate lines and possible plays that you could do. and extremely tricky, super tricky. It's actually a very very sweet deck. But yeah, so this is another option for some time down the road. In any case, if you want to be notified whenever I go live, all you need to do is just hit that follow button, which is up there. On top of that beautiful Knight of the Reliquary image. All you need to do is click that follow button. It's free for you, and it will notify you basically whenever I go live, so you can check out whatever it is that I'm streaming. And also, if you really enjoy the content, I am now an affiliate with Twitch, so you can actually subscribe to the channel and you can get this gorgeous primetime emote, because we play a lot of primetime on this stream. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back next week and we'll play some more Magic. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.